am. Muting. Okay. Mute all. Yes. Close. Okay. Oh, I think I've been putting it the wrong way. That will help. Thanks. All right, guys. Oh, I'm gonna get my iPad. Sorry. Sorry. So many things. Confuse possible. Okay. Okay, guys. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Okay, this is Deep Power. Most of you know, most of you are aware. This is my favorite class because we don't have to move ever too quickly. We just take our sweet time and really why I love this class so much is because when you hold poses, you can feel and get into them so much more. So sometimes when people hold a pose, rather than using that time to go deeper, they just kind of are like, okay, when's the next pose coming? So that's my invitation for you today, is just to let yourself take time in each pose and let that be time that you are feeling more into your body, discovering new places, new spaces, new muscles, rather than tuning out and thinking about what you need at the grocery store later. So I know it's not easier said than done, but that's the practice. So any special requests for class, like poses that we haven't done in a long time, anything like that? Okay, then I'll just do what I want to do. Let's find our seated meditation. So please feel free to take any movement before coming into your seat. So you might want to get a little bit of physical feedback to see how your body feels this morning. And then as you are ready, no rush, just come into stillness. So eventually place your hands somewhere, some way, intentionally. Close your eyes, or if you like to keep your eyes open, see if you can just soften your gaze. Bring your gaze down a little bit. And then take a moment to just notice, are you holding tension anywhere in your body without even realizing it? So maybe in your face, jaw, shoulders, maybe down in your belly, or even in your hands, fingers. To see if, as you hold this position, as you sit up nice and tall, see if there's some way you can just kind of soften through your outer body, your outer shell. And then start to notice your breath. Feel into it, maybe visualize it. Next time you inhale, fill up as big as you can. When you think you are full, hold there and see if there's maybe even an extra little sip you can take at the top. Big, huge sigh out your mouth. Let it go. Ah. Very nice. Do that twice more. So inhale, fill up. Bless you. Take that moment of pause. Hold. Extra sip, maybe even 2 extra sips. And then whenever you are ready, big open mouth sigh, release, let it go. Ah. Good. One more time. Biggest inhale you've taken all morning, like you're waking your body up with this breath. Hold. And just on your own, no rush, whenever you're ready, big release out your mouth. Ah. Very nice, friends. Seal your lips now and begin to drop into Ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. And see if you can start to create that little whisper noise or that oceanic sound as you breathe. See if you can feel every single inhale, the expansion of your entire upper body, almost like your upper body is a 3D globe expanding in every direction as you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, everything hugs back in towards center. At the bottom of each exhale, you feel what we call Uddiyana Bandha, our core lock. So your belly button pulls back and up towards your spine as you find emptiness. So how much awareness and attention can you bring into just your breath? You're more than welcome to stay right here in your seated meditation, connecting to yourself, connecting to your breath, your own internal rhythm for as long as you want. You're more than welcome to come back here at any time during class that you just need a moment to center, to ground. If you are ready to start moving, take your Ujjayi breath with you and come forward to hands and knees. So tabletop and anything that feels good, just start to explore your body. Cat cows, big, huge circles with your hips. Or perhaps if you're craving a child's pose this morning, you just want to sit back, rest. You can explore from child's pose. You can come forward towards cobra or some sort of heart opener. So really getting curious, getting creative, perhaps moving in ways that you've never moved before. So get curious about bending your elbows, even one at a time. Feel into your shoulders and even your shoulder blades on your back body. Yeah, so rather than tuning out here, tune in and feel more, notice more. Close your eyes if it helps. Put your awareness inside. So this is an exercise for your felt senses, not for your mind. Yes, love it, you guys. Give it about 4 or 5 more rounds of breath. And then eventually you can start your transition back to our first downward facing dog. No rush. You can get there however you want. So maybe you feel like moving through a vinyasa. Maybe you feel like just hovering your knees in your tabletop for a moment, really finding the strength in your arms and your core and your legs. Good job, friends. And then once you are back in your down dog, keep your exploration going. Keep feeling around, pedal out your heels, shift hips from side to side. Your head, a little shake or a little nod. So in your down dog, and especially this first down dog, don't worry about getting your feet flat on the ground. Don't worry about getting your legs completely straight. So if it feels good to bend your knees a lot, bend your knees a lot. See if you can really work the length from your fingertips all the way up to your sit bones. So push into the ground and lift from your center. I've given you all a little consent coaster. If you want hands-on adjustments today, you can turn it over to say, yes, please. If you'd like a hands-off practice, you can just leave it as it is. You can change it at any time. So if you feel differently at any time during class, just flip it back over. Everybody take one more great big inhale into your down dog. And then as you exhale, gaze to the top of your space and however you want to get there, forward fold. Take a moment, hang out in your fold, feel into your fold. If you want a ragdoll pose, grab opposite elbows. Or maybe you even want to bring your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers at the base of your skull, give the back of your neck some traction. Yeah, nice Louise. So see if you can let your head be heavy and then feel that connection to center. So even if you've got a big bend in your knees, focus on lifting your butt as high as you can using the strength in your core. You should feel that stretch in the backs of your legs, right where you want it. Take one more big deep breath. And then with your next inhalation, halfway lift position. So spine elongates, parallel to the ground. Nice, Victoria. Exhale and release, fold. Do that one more time. Halfway lift, really stick your butt out, press back through the tops of your thighs, broaden your sit bones. Exhale, fold and bow. Find emptiness, connect to your center, and from that place, rise up. Arms to the sky, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Flow for just a moment through some half suns. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, slow dive. See if you can take the entire length of your exhale. So traction out your spine, then release. Nice, Chris. As you breathe in, halfway lift position, extend and lengthen. Exhale, bow and fold. From the press of your feet, heart leads, come all the way back up. Arms to the sky, big stretch. Maybe you gaze up. And hands to heart as you exhale. One more time, just like that. How much awareness can you bring into this simple movement? Inhale, reach up. Slow dive. Feel your body move through space. So maybe close your eyes. See if you can feel your center, that connection to it. Lift halfway with your in-breath. Telescope your ribs. Lengthen through the back of your neck. Exhale, release and fold. All the way to empty, and from that place, rise up. Arms reach, maybe you gaze up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Pause here for just a moment, friends. You can leave your hands at your heart or let your arms come down by your sides, palms open. So stand with your eyes closed and feel your body here in this space. Feel your feet on the ground. Draw up through the crown of your head, broaden through your shoulders. Feel into a neutral spine and a neutral pelvis. Feel your breath flowing through you. If there is an intention that you would like to set, that you would like to bring into your practice today, take a moment to just focus in on that. Maybe feel into it. It doesn't have to make sense to anybody but you. So stay as you are and fill up as big as you can. Imagine you're breathing your intention into every space inside of your body. Hold in that fullness. And then big, huge exhale, like you're sending it out into the universe. Good. Ujjayi breath, arms reach out. As you exhale, this time hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down. And if your tendency is to lock out your elbows like I'm doing right now, see if you can bend your elbows instead, press your palms together, and then squeeze your elbows towards each other like they're magnetized. Then everybody, see if you can reach your hands back away from your body a little bit. Maybe add a little baby back bend. So press your hips forward as you hug in with your inner thighs, lift your heart. Try not to let your head just collapse back, but instead extend back with strength in the sides of your neck. Take one more inhale. Keep your clasp, hinge at your hips, exhale all the way down into your fold. Hang out in your forward fold with your fingers interlaced for about 2 or 3 rounds. So try to relax your neck. See if you can lift your hips up higher. See if you can lift your knuckles up higher. Yes. Take one more big in-breath. Awesome job, you guys. As you exhale, hands to your low back, release your clasp. Let your arms hang. You can give them a little shake. Find your Ujjayi breath, and on an inhale, halfway lift position, realign. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your mat, plank position. And we're gonna go right into a side plank today. So right hand is your base, roll into the baby toe edge of your right foot, left into the sky. If you want, you can bring your right knee or your right forearm down to modify, no big deal. If your bottom knee is not on the ground, lift your hips super high. So see if you can feel your right side abdominals, those oblique muscles firing. Maybe left arm forward, bicep next to your ear. Maybe even pull your left leg up. Good. See if you can lift your hips higher. Take one more great big huge breath. So nice. End of your exhale, plank or modified plank. Inhale at the top, push the ground away. Find your strength. Exhale, slowly lower down. Let's take just a baby cobra to start with. So lift your heart using the strength in your back. Yes. Now, press down through your pelvis, press down through your shoelaces. Draw your belly button in and up. See if you can keep all of that. So don't let your legs lift. Float your hands up and reach your hands back. Legs stay on the ground. So you're not using your butt to lift, you're using your back muscles. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards your spine. If you would like, invitation to bend your elbows. Try to squeeze your elbows towards one another behind your back. See if you can feel your mid-back muscles fire. For some reason, we don't have much awareness of those muscles. Take one more big inhale, lift, lift, lift. Yes, so nice. Nice person. Exhale, let it go. Give yourself one more heart opener, one more back bend, anything that would now feel good to you. Take your time, and then we'll meet in a tabletop position. So just hands and knees. Once you're on your hands and your knees, take a moment to find your strength. So this seems simple, it's just hands and knees. But there's actually lots to notice. Spread your fingers and actively push into the ground. Feel your shoulders and your pectorals fire up. Draw your belly button in and up, so it almost feels like you're puffing up through your low back. Yes, so much better. So feel that connection to your center. Keep it. Right arm forward, left leg back, spinal balance. So as you reach, rather than feeling like you're doing a smiley face with your body, feel like you're creating a strong, straight, powerful line. Yes, 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 yes. Take one more big inhale to reach, strong, powerful. Exhale like you're moving through molasses, elbow to knee, slow motion, curl in, hollow out, empty out. Nice, Cam. Inhale, long, strong, and powerful. Two more like that, elbow to knee, exhale. Navel to spine all the way to empty. Inhale, reach. And then last one, elbow to knee. Round your back, push down through your left fingertips, curl in. Inhale, lengthen. Now as you exhale, moving towards our half bow, reach your right arm back, bend your left knee, lift your heart. This might be where you stay. Otherwise, option to grab your foot or your ankle. And then once you've got it, use gentle leverage. So kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. Try not to let your left knee do what I'm about to do. So we don't want any of this. Hug in towards midline, find your center. Yes, beautiful, you guys. Breathe down into your belly. Take one more round. End of your exhale, slow release back to spinal balance. Long, strong, straight line. Inhale. And then exhale, everything comes down. Lower down to your forearms, set up for a dolphin pose. So grab opposite elbows if that helps you set up. You want your forearms parallel, palms face down, fingers spread wide, or if you'd rather, you can interlace your fingers for a little less intensity. Let your neck relax. Before you even lift your knees, you guys, push down with your forearms and hug in with your upper arms. So feel the strength in your shoulders. Now tuck your toes, lift your knees, lift your hips as high as you can. Dolphin pose. See if you can walk your toes closer to your elbows. Yes, and lift your hips even higher. So imagine an invisible rope pulling up on your belly button. You can stay here or take your right leg to the sky. Use your right leg to lift you out of your upper body. Yes. Imagine you're trying to press your chest, your heart towards the back of the room. Soften your face. Big deep breaths, two more. You can exhale out your mouth if you'd like at any time. Plug in with your upper arms, press down through your forearms. Nice job. One last inhale. And exhale if you want to. Big open mouth sigh. Bring your right foot down, bring your knees down, and take a moment to rest. So child's, embryo, heroes, anywhere you want to go. Just find your breath. Slow, steady, spacious. Just feel whatever there is to feel flowing through. Couple more grounding breaths here. And downward facing dog. From your down dog, inhale your right leg to the sky. And go ahead today, do whatever you want. So keep your hips square, open your hip, whatever you want, whatever feels good in your body. Press down firmly through your fingertips, lift from your center. Take one more big inhale. And as you exhale, knee to your nose. So scoop out your belly, round your spine. Stay here as you breathe in. See if you can lift higher through your waistline. And then soft as possible, right foot steps through, low lunge. Good, rise up, crescent lunge. You can take your time, find stability through your legs, and feel into your own unique expression through your upper body. So I like to sometimes just close my eyes, feel my breath flowing through. So in this moment, what does crescent lunge feel like in your body? What do you want to invite in? Maybe come back to your own personal intention. Take one more big inhale as you reach up high. And then as you exhale, we're going to take a turbo twist to the right side of the room. So left arm goes forward, right arm goes back knee bends to a hover. Imagine you're trying to pull your back or your front hip back, your back hip forward. So you're hugging in. Get low in your legs, broaden through your shoulders. If you want more of a balanced challenge, you can gaze back over your right hand. Feel whatever there is to feel. Soften around it. Take one more big, deep breath. Good job, you guys. End of your exhale. Listen carefully. Bring your right forearm across your low back. Square your shoulders towards the front of the room. Reach your left arm up and start to reach your left arm back as you lift your heart high. So puff up your chest. Breathe down into your belly. So beautiful. Nice, Stephanie. Take one more big, huge in breath. Exhale. Bring your left hand to the earth. Take your right arm to the sky. Revolve lunge. Take a moment here. If there's any variation you want to work, feel free. So sometimes I like to walk my left hand off the left side of my mat and then turn my heart to look up more. Sometimes I like to take my left elbow to the outside of my right thigh, prayer hand. So you do you, couple more rounds. Work your pose with your breath. So find those spaces that you didn't even know we're there. Take one last round. You guys are awesome. Very end of your exhale, slow release. Walk your hands all the way over to the left long edge of your mat. So wide-legged straddle position to begin. Parallel your feet. Keep your hands on the ground and a halfway lift with your spine. Start to walk your hands towards the back of your mat. Bend your back knee. So this might be enough. This might be where you stay. Totally fine. If you would like, option to move into full skandasana. So pivot your back toes towards the back edge of your mat. Pivot your front toes to face up towards the ceiling. I know a lot of people have trouble keeping their heel on the ground in this pose. Most of the time, it's an adjustment of your pelvis. So rather than coming forward, you want to sit back. It's the same thing as malasana, your yogi squat. So the weight, if possible, is back in your left heel as you flex your right toes. Yeah, so nice, you guys. Then maybe you can even lift your hands. Wherever you are at, work your pose with your breath. 2 more. Awesome job. You look so good. End of your next exhale. Come back to that wide-legged straddle position. Inhale, halfway lift. Maybe you even want to reach your arms out. And then exhale, fold. We'll get to skandasana on the other side in just a bit. If you feel like you need it now, you can take it now. Otherwise, wherever you want to go, or just hang out in your wide-legged fold for a few breaths. So wherever your body is calling you, go there. Get curious. There's no right or wrong if you're being intentional. Soft face, soft jaw. Just over and over again. Come back into this room, onto your mat, into your body. Feel your breath, feel sensation. Take one last round. And then halfway lift, fingertips on the ground. Walk your hands forward, rotate your toes forward. So back to low lunge. From your low lunge, three-legged down dog. Take your right leg all the way back and up. And this time, everybody open up your hip, bend your right knee, and stack right hip on top of left. Perfect place to stay. Option to flip your dog if you would like. So right foot steps down. Yes, right arm forward, heart forward. Beautiful. Breathe down into your belly. One last round. Nice, Trace. Awesome. Chris, come back, everyone. Regular down dog. Walk it out. Just take a moment, reconnect to you. One more great big inhale. Exhale, look to the top of your mat, however you want to get there, forward fold. Halfway lift position as you breathe in. And exhale, fold and bow. Root through your feet, rise up. Arms to the sky, big stretch. Hands to heart as you exhale. All right, inhale, arms reach up. And this time we're gonna interlace our fingers, steeple our index fingers. So try to get your arms as long as possible. So you're squeezing your biceps next to your ears. And then make sure you're not sticking your hips forward or your ribs forward, and you're not doing the opposite. You're not tucking your tailbone way under. So nice and neutral. Take one more big inhale. And then as you exhale, like a crescent moon, reach over towards the right side of the room, send your hips to the left. Pull your left shoulder back and down. Keep your left bicep next to your ear rather than in front of your face. And keep both arms long, strong, powerful. Yes, breathe into your left side, left waistline, left rib cage. One more breath. Very nice. Back through center, breathe in. Other side as you breathe out. So up and over, right shoulder roots back, or plugs in, I should say, into the socket. So pull it back and down. Yes, you guys look so good. Nice, Liz. Take one more round. Breathe into right waistline. See if you can create more length. Inhale, back to center. Now, if you can, keep your arms as they are. Sit back in the chair. If this feels like too much, cactus arms is perfectly fine. I want you, whichever arm variation you are in, to press your arms back, press your chest forward. Now, draw your belly button back towards your spine. Feel a connection to your center. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, let it all go. Fold. Ah, good job. Inhale to a halfway lift position. Realign. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank, pause, side plank. This time, left hand is your base. Roll onto the baby toe edge of left foot, or left knee, left forearm might come down if you're doing your own thing today. Otherwise, your bottom knee is lifted. Lift your hips. So lift as high as you can. That'll take some weight out of your wrist and out of your shoulder. Nice, Louise. See if maybe right arm wants to reach forward. Right leg might float up. So find your personal fullest expression. Lift your hips even higher. One more big deep breath. Nice, Kay. Good, CC. End of your exhale, plank or modified. Inhale at the top. And slowly, one strong straight line, lower down. Same thing as before, start in baby cobra. And then this time, go ahead, float your hands up, reach them back. Float your feet up, reach them back. But rather than widening your legs, hug them in. So imagine that you're trying to rotate your inner thighs in and up towards the ceiling. Yeah, use your back strength. Maybe bend your elbows and squeeze them towards each other. See if you can lift even higher. So nice. Take one more big inhale, float up. Amazing. Exhale, release. Nice, Tracy. Let it go. Awesome, Chris. Take a moment here. So might feel good to kind of shimmy your hips, windshield wiper your shins. In your next couple breaths or so, tabletop position, no rush. So remember, there's a lot to notice. Spread your fingers, push into the ground. Back of your neck is long, and it doesn't feel like you're in a cow pose. It feels almost like you're in a cat pose with your low back. So like you're kind of rounding or puffing up your low back, navel to spine. See if you can keep that. And this time, left arm forward, right leg back. Left arm, right leg. Yes. So good. Awesome, Victoria. So as you reach, don't lose that connection to your center. Hips are square, belly button draws in and up. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, slow motion, elbow to knee like you're moving through honey. Inhale, re-extend, lengthen, long, strong, powerful. Exhale, slowly, elbow to knee. Use your breath all the way to emptiness. Inhale, lengthen. And then last one, all the way to empty, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. And then towards your half bow, start to move into it. Left arm reaches back, right knee bends, heel towards your butt. Press down into your right fingertips, lift your heart up. Maybe grab hold of your foot. Once you've got it, you can start to use leverage. Kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. Hug in with your inner thighs. Yes, so nice. Breathe down into your belly. Soften your face. Spread your toes as you hold your foot in your hand. Last round. And slow motion, release, re-extend. Inhale. Exhale, tabletop. Come down to your forearms, set up for another dolphin. So take your time, grab opposite elbows, forearms parallel. And if you're spreading your fingers wide, really press down into thumbs and index. Otherwise, you might make a tripod with your hands. Relax your neck, press down through your forearms, hug in with your upper arms. Whenever you're ready, start to lift up. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, lift your hips so high. Walk your toes in as close as you can. Maybe that means you bend your knees. That's fine. See if you can get your hips even higher. Feel that invisible rope pull up on your belly button. You can stay where you are at, or good, you can take your left leg to the sky. So left leg lifts you out of your upper body. Press your heart towards the back wall. Relax your face. 2 more rounds. Open mouth size if you want them. So nice, you guys. End of your second exhale. Just bring your left foot down and find a resting pose of your choice. So take a moment to just be, to just notice, to reconnect to your breath. And then in your next couple of rounds, downward facing dog. Ujjayi breath. Inhale, left leg to the sky. So whatever you want to do, open your hips, square your hips, just take a moment to be in your 3-legged dog. Feel what's there. Keep pressing through your fingertips, lifting from your center. One more great big inhale. And then with your exhale, left knee to your nose, scoop out your belly. Stay here as you breathe in, push the ground away, step forward so softly. Good, rise up in your own time, crescent. So strong legs, strong foundation, hug towards midline, and then grow into your unique expression. So it doesn't mean you need to do anything special, but feel into your pose. Do you want to spread your fingers really wide today? Or do you want to soften today? Do you want to smile a little bit? Bring some playfulness into it. So be intentional. Maybe come back to your personal intention. One more big inhale. Exhale, twist towards the windows. Right arm forward, left arm back. Twist from your center. Back knee bends to a hover. If that feels like too much at any time, you can just set your back knee down gently. Imagine you're trying to pull your front hip back and your back slide forward. Yes. See if you might gaze back over your left fingertips. One last round. Awesome job. End of your exhale, left forearm across your low back. You're going to use that as a little bit of support. Square your shoulders forward, reach your right arm up, and then reach your right arm back as you curl open. Press your forearm into your low back and use that to support your low back as you open your heart. Can you feel your breath move all the way down into your belly? Beautiful. One last big inhale. Exhale, right hand down. Stay in your twist, left arm to the sky. Good job. Revolve lunge. If you want to work this in your own way, feel free. So a few rounds of breath, not tuning out, not waiting to be done with this pose, but feeling what can you get out of this pose today? What can your body get out of this pose today? Take one last round. Awesome variations, friends. Slowly unwind. Walk your hands all the way over to the right long edge of your yoga mat. Parallel your feet. So find your wide-legged straddle at first. Fingertips on the ground, halfway lift with your spine. Start to walk your hands towards the back of your mat as you bend your back knee. And this might be right where you stay. Otherwise, option to move towards your full skandasana. So right toes turn towards the back edge of your mat, left toes pivot up towards the ceiling, and your butt goes back rather than forward. So if you have trouble keeping your heel down, it is probably a repositioning of your pelvis. If you want to keep your heel lifted and that works better for you today, that's fine with me. Left toes are flexed and active, and then imagine you're trying to pull your heels towards each other, like they're magnetized, so there's strength and stability, there's structure, there's integrity. Take one or two more deep breaths. Maybe you're even lifting your arms up. Ah, so nice, everybody. Come back to your wide-legged straddle. So parallel your feet, straighten your legs. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. And then wherever you'd like to take it for about 5 rounds of breaths. So you can do what you did before. You can try something totally different. You can make it more restorative, or you can make it more challenging. If you can stay present, stay on your mat, stay with your breath, whatever you are feeling. So nice, you guys. Last couple of rounds. If you're working somewhere, start to wrap it up. Come back to a halfway lift. One more time, fingertips on the ground. And just crawl your hands forward, rotate your toes forward. So back to a low lunge. From your low lunge, 3-legged down dog. Take your left leg all the way back and up. Yes, open your hip, bend your knee, peel your hip open. Great place to stay, or option to flip your dog. Left foot comes down. Yes, lift your hips, lift your heart. See if you can feel the strength in your back body. Take one last round. Good job. End of your exhale. Good work. Slowly come back. Regular down dog. Walk it out for a moment. One more big inhale into your dog pose. Exhale, look to the top of your space, and however you would like to get there, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Root through your feet, take it all the way up. Arms to the sky, big stretch. And hands to heart, exhale. All right, inhale, arms reach up. Root into your right foot, float your left knee up, standing staff. So hug in with your inner thighs and do something with your left foot to make it active. Yes, focus your gaze. Slow, deep breaths. Take one more inhale here. We're going to move into a warrior 3 as we exhale. So slow motion. Start to hinge forward. Extend your left leg back. Maybe you reach your arms forward, or maybe there's some other arm variation you would like to take. 1 or 2 more rounds, warrior 3. Hips square, spine long. Belly strong. Now listen, we're coming into half moon. Right hand on the ground or a block. Feel your hips open. Left hip stacks on top of right. Left leg is strong and powerful. Open your heart, open your shoulders, open your hips. Take one more big inhale. Maybe lift your back leg higher. Warrior two. See if you can step your left foot back. Soft landing. Take a moment to adjust. Look down at your feet. Make any adjustments needed. Settle in. Slow, deep breaths. Next, inhale. Reverse your warrior. Reach up, reach back. Lengthen your right side. Keep that deep bend in your right knee. Let this feel good. One more big in-breath. Exhale, come back through warrior two. Move into side angle, reach forward, and then tip it over. Right hand towards the ground, left arm towards the sky, or maybe right elbow to left thigh. Maybe left arm forward, maybe half or full bind. So you do you. About 2 or 3 more breaths. Heart open, hips open, shoulders open. Ah, so nice, friends. One last round. As you inhale, press into your feet, rise back up, warrior two. Straighten out your front leg, set up for triangle. So personally, I like to shorten my stance just a tiny bit, like an inch or so. Imagine your hips are being pulled towards the back wall, and at the same time, you're reaching for the front wall with your right fingertips. When you cannot reach any further, just your arms have to change. Right arm towards the ground, left arm towards the sky, or any other variation you want to take. So maybe left arm forward, maybe both arms reach forward like you're holding an invisible block in between your palms. Keep the integrity of the pose in your legs. Wherever you are at, one more big, huge breath. So nice. Awesome, Cam. From the press of your feet, come back up one last time. Both arms to the sky. Parallel your feet. Inhale here. Exhale, hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down. Shoulder blades squeeze towards your spine. Maybe hands reach back. Perhaps your heart lifts up. Take one more inhale. Keep your clasp. Hinge at your hips all the way down into your wide-legged fold. See if you can keep your clasp for just 3 rounds as you work your fold with your core. So use that connection to your center. Lift your butt, lift your sit bones as high as you can. Nice, Stephanie. Crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky. Big, huge breaths. One last inhale. Nice, Trace. Exhale, hands to low back, release. Just bring your fingertips to the ground. Crawl your hands to the top of your space. Plank position, step back. Inhale at the top, and then chaturanga, exhale. Any back bend you feel like taking, any heart opener, no rush. And then just for a moment, child's pose, give yourself a rest. Send your breath down into your low back. All right, last couple rounds, some restorative breath. And then downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky. You can hold here if you would like. Otherwise, exhale, right knee, left elbow. Push the ground away. Inhale, back up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, or aim for your armpit as high as you can get. Yes, inhale, back up, lengthen. Now everybody exhale, knee to your nose. Step forward softly. And then step your back foot forward as well. Forward fold, top of your space. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, let it go. Root through your feet. Rise all the way up. Arms to the sky. Stretch. Hands to heart. Exhale. All right, moving into our balance on our left side. So arms reach up, left foot roots down, and right knee floats up. Standing step. So make sure that you're not just sinking into your left hip. Hug in with your inner thighs. I imagine that I'm zipping up a zipper through my midline. So everything's hugging in and lifting up. Take one more big inhale. Slow motion into your warrior three. So arms might keep reaching forward, or you might change your arms. Extend your right leg back like you're stomping your right foot on the back wall. Long spine. Connect to your center. Take one or two more rounds in your warrior three. Strong square hips. And then we're going to start to open up into half moon. So left hand towards the ground. Maybe you grab a block. Right arm opens, or maybe you like bringing your right hand to right hip as you peel your hips open. So let your right hip stack on top of left. Really squeeze, awesome Liz, through your outer left butt cheek to open your hips more. It's called your medial glute. It's so hard to find. Take one more big inhale. Lift your back leg. Warrior two, good job. Step your back foot down. Take a moment to settle or to readjust. Front knee tracks towards your pinky toe. So really wrap your left butt cheek underneath your body. Reverse your warrior. Inhale. So up and back. Keep that deep bend in your left knee. Lift your left ribs up away from your left hip. Breathe into your left waistline. One more big inhale. And then towards side angle as you exhale through your warrior two. Reach forward, reach, reach, reach. Tip it over. So everything stays open. Nothing closes as you come into your side angle. Heart is open. Shoulders are open. Hips are open. Your left knee is still tracking towards your pinky toe. Your back foot is still rooted firmly, back leg strong. If there's any other variation you want to move into here, last couple breaths. See if you can use your breath to work the pose, to feel more in the pose. Next time you inhale, come back up, warrior two. Straighten your front leg, setting up for triangle. So if you want to, you can shorten your stance just that little tiny bit. And then hips, they're being pulled back. Left fingertips reach forward. So it's like you're being pulled in two opposite directions. When you can't go any further, left hand towards the ground, right arm towards the sky, nothing closes off once again. If you want, right arm might reach forward, lengthen through your right side. Maybe even both arms go forward, really working your core. Make sure you can hold the integrity of the pose in your legs. Last couple breaths. Nice, Susan. Good, everybody. From the press of your feet, with your next inhale, rise up. Parallel your feet. Take both arms to the sky. Inhale. Now listen, as you exhale, side body stretch of your choice towards the back of the room. So you can interlace fingers, you can grab left wrist, you can bring right hand to right hip. Root through both feet, connect to your center, breathe into your left side. One more round. Inhale through center, both arms up. Other side, up and over as you exhale. Try to keep your hips level. Press through your feet. Breathe into your right waistline. Awesome. One last round. Inhale back to center, reach up. And then dive down, wide-legged fold. Just a couple breaths. Fingertips to the ground if they are not already there. And crawl them to the top of your space. So you're back in a low lunge. Step your front foot back so you're in a plank pose. Good. Inhale at the top of your push-up. Slowly lower as you exhale. Inhale, grow into a back bend of your choice. Lift your heart. And when you are ready, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Hold here. Or exhale, left knee, right elbow. Get as close as you can. Use your obliques. Inhale, back up, lengthen. Left to left, aim high. Push the ground away. Go ahead, back up, lengthen. And then everybody, last one, knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly, step forward. Back foot now follows. Step your back foot forward, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Now listen. Walk your feet out to the width of your yoga mat. Toes wider than heels. So toes can pivot out, heels in. And then come down into your low yogi squat malasana. If you need to lift your heels, that's fine. If this is too much for your knees, you can widen your stance. You can frame your mat with your feet and stay up higher. If you are in low squat, press your elbows into your knees and see if you can lengthen your spine. So rather than rounding, lift through the crown of your head. If you want more of a challenge, option to extend your arms up, just like we did in our chair earlier, interlace fingers, steeple index, try to press your arms back and your chest forward. Keep your heels down. Wherever you are at, 3 more breaths. Breathe down into your pelvis, your groin, your inner thigh, hips. Soften around your heart edges. So nice, you guys. One last round. End of your exhale, options. You can plant your hands. You can play with crow pose if you feel so inclined. You can skip crow pose, plant your hands, step back, move through a vinyasa, eventually down dog, but maybe you want to find a child's pose first, up to you. Maybe from your crow pose, you work on a jump back, if that's in your practice or something you've been working on. Keep my eyes open for a second. So no rush. Yeah, and if there's something else you want to explore, go for it. See you back. Let's say 5 breaths back to down dog. So either breathing into your dog pose, or if you prefer, maybe child's pose is where you've ended up. Give your wrists a little break. Good job, everybody. Actually, I like that, Stephanie. So everybody come to hands and knees. And let's thread the needle. So make sure your knees are at least hips width distance apart. And if you want to, option to extend your left leg out to the left. Right arm out to the right, all the way up to the sky. Inhale. And then exhale, thread your right arm through. Reach, reach, reach. Come down to rest on the outside of shoulder, outside of head. You can use your left hand to push the ground away. You might wrap your left arm behind your back. So options, variations, more than welcome. Feel your breath. Nice work, you guys. Take about 3 more here. If you do happen to have your left hand lifted, start to return your left hand back to the earth. On an inhalation, unthread your right arm, reach it all one more time. And then exhale, right hand down. Pick up your left foot, swing your left leg all the way off the right side of your mat. I like my toes tucked under. You do you. Pull your hips to the left, ease back over your right shoulder. Maybe rock a little bit. Maybe round or arch. Maybe peek a bit under your right armpit. So feel into it. What can you find? One more breath. Back to the tabletop. Back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky. And pigeon pose, right shin forward, gently set your body down. Take as much time as you would like to set yourself up here. So just like in our crescent lunge, we want to hug in. Pull your front hip back, pull your back hip forward. Keep that as you bow forward. Keep that, yeah. Keep pulling, yeah. Good. Different, huh? Good job, you guys. And then try to spread or do something to activate your front toes. So what that does, it just locks all the little tendons and ligaments in place so we're not pulling them around our ankle and our knee. So we want to target our hip. And then use your breath to soften. Use your breath to find more space. Use your breath to tell your body, I know you're uncomfortable, but you're safe. You can relax. You can let go. Side out your mouth anytime you would like. So just like at the beginning of class, see if you can notice anywhere in your physical body that you're tensing up and don't need to be. So through your face, through your shoulders, through your heart, front, back, sides. Maybe there's some way you can just soften energetically. Take about 4 or 5 more breaths. Good job, everybody. Last couple rounds. Big open mouth sighs might feel really nice. And then however you would like to transition, we're going to meet back in tabletop. So however you want to get there, maybe you want to move into a 3-legged dog, take a vinyasa. Maybe you want to move into a regular down dog, walk it out, then just set your knees down. Yeah, so anything goes in your next few rounds. Tabletop position, however you want to get there. From tabletop, we're moving towards thread the needle with our left arm. So make sure your knees are at least hips width distance apart. An option to extend your right leg out to the right this time if you would like. Left arm out to the left. And then all the way up to the sky. Open up, inhale. Exhale, thread it through. Reach, reach, reach. Then come down. Outside of shoulder, outside of head on the ground gently. Any way you want to work it on this side. Big, deep back body breaths. Oh, good job. About 2, 3 more rounds. You have your right hand lifted. Bring your right palm back to the earth. On an inhalation, unthread your left arm. Reach it out and up one more time. Reach, 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 and then left hand down. Pick up your right leg, swing your right toes off the left side of your mat. To me, this side feels totally different. So feel into it. Ease back over left shoulder, underneath your left armpit. Breathe into it. See what you can find on this side. One more round. Let it go back to tabletop. Back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Pigeon pose, left shin forward, body comes down gently. So set yourself up on this side with just as much awareness, just as much care and attention as you did on the other. Left knee towards the outer left edge of your mat to get that external rotation. And then try not to just plop into it. So if you have mobility in your hips, you can watch me, and this is plopping into it. I'm just gonna plop, and I'm gonna. So try to keep that muscle energy, what we call the integrity. Left hip is pulling as your heart goes forward. You're like, fine, I'll do it. I'm gonna guesstimate around 3 more breaths or so. Please feel free to stay as long as you would like until you feel even on both sides or just about even. As you feel complete on this side, you can start one last transition back to one final down dog, or if you'd rather, one final child's pose, or if you're already in a seater on your back, you want to just wait for us there, that's fine. So please, no rush, take your time. Maybe you want one last vinyasa. Maybe you want a few cat-cows. And wherever you end up, just give yourself some nice deep breaths. Feel whatever there is to feel. Good, you guys. I love that you guys are just doing what you want to do, finding your own neutralizing movement, whatever poses you need. So I'm just going to say next few rounds now, everybody all the way down to your back. So however you want to find your way down onto your back, in whichever direction you want to face is fine with me. Once you're on your back, draw your knees towards your belly and just gently rock it out from side to side. After a few rocks, so give your low back a nice little massage. And then after a few rocks, supine spinal twist of your choice. Legs can go either direction first. So really give your weight now to the ground. Each exhale, see if you can let your body melt a little more into the twist. Your next couple breaths, switch to the other side. And when you feel somewhat even on both sides, come back to center. Find a happy baby pose. You can rock it out in your happy baby. Maybe you want to extend one or both legs. After a few rounds in happy baby, any finishing poses you want to take for your own body, for your own practice. So there's one last inversion your body is calling for. If there's one last heart opener, hip opener. So take your time. Say in about somewhere in your next 10 to 15 breaths, start transitioning into your final relaxation, into your final resting pose. As you do so, I have a little thought to share with you. This is by Stephen Jaggers. He's my breathwork instructor. He says, most of us are addicted to using stress as a fuel source. This can be a powerful force to move away from pain, but it does not burn clean. It comes at a price. Eventually, you will burn out, lose relationships, health, and the things that really matter. The real level up is to create from a place of relaxation, alignment, and inspiration. Most of us are addicted to using stress as a fuel source. This can be a powerful force to move away from pain, but it does not burn clean. It comes at a price. Eventually, you will burn out, lose relationships, health, and the things that really matter. The real level up is to create from a place of relaxation, alignment, and inspiration. So I feel like that's why we show up here over and over again on our mats, to come back into alignment with ourselves, to come back to a regulated nervous system so that we can create from that place rather than that stressed out place that will get us only so far. So these last few moments, friends, give yourself permission to simply do nothing. So you're not here to figure anything out outside of this room. But see if you can allow yourself to truly just melt and relax and give in. And as I play my bowls, let your body just be a great, big, wide open space for energy, for sound, for vibration to move through. And if at any time it becomes too much, feels too intense, see if you can breathe into it the same way you would breathe into an uncomfortable yoga pose. So big, deep breaths to soften. Take a big, deep breath in. And a big exhale. Start to bring gentle movement back into your body. Wiggle fingers, toes. Maybe you want to rub your hands together, place them over your eyes. Anything goes. And then just fetal position. Take a moment as you rest in fetal position. Maybe come back to your own personal intention that you set at the beginning of this class. Maybe there's some way in which you visualize your own intention or anything that came through for you during this practice. Visualize it kind of seeping in, soaking in, becoming a part of you. And then use the strength in your arms to guide yourself up into seated meditation. So right back where we began. With your eyes closed and your hands gathered to your heart, just take one last moment. Notice how you feel. Notice if anything has shifted for you since the very beginning of class, even just a little bit. Bow your head to your heart and acknowledge yourself for showing up, for taking the time out of your day to do your practice. Thank you so much for letting me guide you. Namaste. All right, my friends. Good work. Have a wonderful rest of your day. You just put those coasters on a little counter there somewhere. Yep. Thank you. If you have any questions up here.